There's a whole world out there. A world searching for you. Your book, your online course, your innovative project or products, your movies, music, podcast, web media, your expertise and life experience. You. No Strings Attached e-News is here to help the world find you with our unique media networks and advertising options for creatives, professionals, and businesses of all sizes. Find out more at nsaen.com.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between. I am Vanessa Hundley, the host of Cut and Mix, and here I am today with Lynn Demmons of Swing Into Their Dreams, a nonprofit organization that aims at helping HBCU students gain access to a higher education. And today, we're going to talk about their inaugural 2021 event that we just had a few months back, and also their hopes and dreams, if you will, for the event moving forward into 2022. So, Lynn, thank you so much for joining me today.
Vanessa, thank you so much for having us, and thank you for all the support you've given us throughout this process.
It's always a pleasure working with groups that are trying so hard to help other people, because anybody who knows me knows that is a favorite aspect of mine. But Swing Into Their Dreams is an organization that I found really intriguing because it really has opened up the world, or, one of the organizations that's helping to open up the world of golf further to the African American community. And it's been really amazing watching it at the first inaugural event, as so many people came to participate, even, in spite of it being 2021. So tell us a little bit about how 2021 came together for you guys, and how it helped to benefit the first recipients.
All right, so 2021 started out very interesting. Well, actually, for us to be able to get to the tournament, as you know, we initially planned to have this tournament in 2020. However, a few weeks before the tournament was scheduled to go off, of course, the country shut down. So as a result of that, we had to reboot and reprocess. We had a virtual event in June of 2020, and we were finally able to have our first face-to-face in April of 2021, April 6, 2021. And this is coming from, let me just give you a little bit of backstory. I am an avid tennis player, okay? You can say, what is a tennis player doing playing golf, right? I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, but Pamela, the co-founder, she's the golfer of the bunch. I'm the educator of the bunch. So I was like, okay, we need a way to get the scholarships. She said, yes, let's do it through golf. And the organization was born out of that. So as a result of that, we figured that having a golf tournament, introducing it to the African American community would be a great way to actually help us to be engaged. And we always have a conversation about creating your seat at the table. And how do we now create our seat at the table if we don't understand where the deals are made? And we've all heard the saying that the deals are made on the golf course. So we figured that that's a great way that we can be the connection, if you will, help them to make those connections, love the game of golf, get outdoors, and be able to put themselves in the right place to be able to build relationships and make those deals. So the golf tournament was a huge success for us, being that it was our first win. First, just saying, the Atlanta National Golf Course, the venue was absolutely gorgeous. So it was made it easy for us to be able to move forward in that way. So We absolutely enjoyed ourselves. Everyone enjoyed. We thank all of our sponsors who supported us to be able to make that go off without a hitch.
It was a huge endeavor because you had a silent auction going on throughout the day as well, with some absolutely beautiful artwork, and of course, the sports collectibles, because sports. It turned out to be a beautiful day, which in Georgia it's always kind of a fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, because it could rain at any moment, and I know that the venue put out a beautiful dinner for everybody at the end of the day, as well as having such accommodating spaces throughout the day for everybody to play and have breakfast and socialize. And I love what you say about making a seat at the table, because that is a phrase that you hear a lot as we've moved towards growing and integrating the workspaces over the last many, many years that we've been working towards those kinds of efforts. And you're absolutely correct. There's a lot of business that happens outside of business hours. And so introducing this world to, the recipients and the younger part of the community is very, very important. So let's talk a little bit about the recipients for 2021. You had Noble Kemp as your recipient for your inaugural year. And how is Noble coming along so far?
Oh, Noble is progressing very well. He's back at Morehouse College now and continuing in his major. He's even become an entrepreneur. Being around all those entrepreneurs at the golf tournament has inspired him to keep going. Him and his friends, they've started their own business. He's doing well in his grades, GPA, average everything. He's amazing. Academics are spot on. So he is doing extremely well, and we're super proud of him and the growth that we've seen in him throughout. And he was also at the tournament with us. He was able to volunteer and support and be able to connect with others who were also able to contribute to his scholarship.
That is so exciting to hear, because I know he was really just kind of wowed by the opportunity and how he came to it. And so that 2022 recipients, or I know, maybe, have you picked them yet, or you do have a few in mind, or how is that?
Yes, we do have recipients for this school year. Our recipients are from the states of Texas, Alabama, and one here in Georgia. So one is at Morehouse University, Mr. Michael Cortez. And then we have Jaden Kristoff, who's at Texas Southern University. And we also have Lauren, who's actually Lauren Kristoff, who's at Alabama A&M. So we are super proud of those students as well. They were spectacular as far as the information that they submitted. We had a really tough time going through the applications this year, but those were the top ones who actually stood out, the cream of the crop, if you will, and put their best foot forward. So we truly appreciate them, and we're super proud of them. In addition to that, in addition to providing those scholarships, we also are providing mentorship programs for them as well, so that we can continue to help guide them through that process, because getting into college is not the end. We need you to get through, so matriculate. And then after you matriculate, you need to be able to now thrive, support your family, build generational wealth. So we also have financial literacy programs that we'll be providing for the students to help them, so that they don't have to graduate with the student loan debt issue that many Americans are dealing with today who are in our generation. So we're helping to change the trajectory in several different ways, in being able to make the deals, but not only being able to make the deals, being able to support your families and build generational wealth the right way.
Yes, and that is something that is an education that really should be taught more broadly, and the idea of not just how to get there, but how to stay there. Because we've all heard story after story after story of, wealthy actors or politicians or athletes or businessmen, and they get all this money, and then for some reason they just lose it because they're not taught how to keep it, how to manage it, to grow it, to make it more than just that one initial payout. And long term is always a good way to think, although it's really, really hard to do when you're sitting there and you're looking at all these short-term calamities. And I think a lot of us are learning a little bit more about the long-term strategy of it all. And it sounds like the long-term, strategy, as short as you guys were running, is working, because now you're 3 recipients this year. That is a great growth as far as being able to reach out and help grow in the community. And so what are you looking at for the 2022 event? It's going to be at Atlanta National Golf Club again, right?
Yes, our next event is scheduled, the next golf tournament is scheduled for April 5th at the same location at the Atlanta National Golf Club. But before we get to that event, we are also hosting a benevolence brunch. And our benevolence brunch will be an opportunity for us to not only thank everyone who has supported us, but to be able to allow our scholarship recipients to share their stories, so that you get to see that these are real people with real lives that we're touching. And they get to see, all of our sponsors get to see the true difference that they are making. Oftentimes you may give to these organizations or you give to foundations, but you don't really know where the money went. You don't really get to see the person. So we want to be able to share the students, share their stories with those who support us and those who want to support us. So we'll be hosting another event October 23rd in Canton, Georgia, where our sponsors will be able to support us there. And also, yes, we will be hosting that golf tournament April 5th, 2022, to continue to raise more funds for our students.
Well, that is excellent. Now, tell us a little bit about how people can find out more information for Swing Into Their Dreams, or about Swing Into Their Dreams, or to become involved with Swing Into Their Dreams. Where do they go?
Absolutely. So you can find us on all social media at Swing Into Their Dreams, and our website, swingintotheirdreams.foundation, or go to swingintotheirdreams.com if you're solely interested in the golf tournament. Either of those places, you'll be able to find us, connect with us, and send us any questions. Also, if you want to contact me, my number is 470-236-8282. You can call me or send me a text directly at that line, and I'll respond to you. And I forgot to introduce myself, but I'm Lynn Demmons. Yeah, that's Demmons, no demons here. 2 M's and an S.
Yes. Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, we all have our little tricks with making sure people get our name right. So yes, guys, no demons with Miss Lynn Demmons. And, she is also a financial advisor too. So she has lots and lots and lots of little interesting tips and tricks on the money front that she can help you with on a personal or business level. I've seen her website and a couple of her posts and stuff, and she's always very interested in sharing stories about development and improvement. And so we thank you for that, because positive news, always good things. So mark your calendars. That is April 5th, right?
Yes, April 5th, 2022.
2022. And if you want to be a sponsor, because sponsors are always very important for such gigs, there will be a variety of sponsorships that they'll be releasing as well. So even if you're a terrible golfer, you could still be a really big part of this event as well. So, Lynn, is there anything else that we should know about the 2022 event? Anything that we're missing?
Well, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Definitely want to thank the PGA for being there to provide and support our award reception. Like Media Holdings, definitely want to thank them for all the media outreach that they've provided at The King at 105.5 FM. Also want to thank Maple Insurance Brokerage Company for supporting us with the longest drive competition. Thanking Golf Women Mean Business with our $1 million shootout. No one won it, but it was a fabulous contest that was provided for the game day and for play on the course. as well as WYTV7 Community Broadcasters Network for sharing our message out through the podcasting network as well. And of course, you, Miss DJ Audioprism, we definitely thank you for supporting us with media coverage, for providing the best, most absolute empowering jazz music throughout the day. It was just an amazing feel to be able to walk in the atmosphere and be able to experience the music in that way. So we appreciate you as well.
I always love providing a soundtrack for great things, and it was so much fun. I enjoyed it. So there you go, guys. All the places that you can find, swing into their dreams and be a part of it yourself for the 2022, and go back and review everything that you want to know about 2021 as well. So Lynn, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing that information. And I cannot wait to see you guys at the Benevolence Dinner and then again in 2022.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, Vanessa. And again, just want to say we definitely appreciate you, all the support that you've given us throughout as well.
And ladies and gentlemen out there in the rest of the world, be kind, be safe, and we'll see you at a future point in time here on Cut and Mix.